Democrats are in full freak-out mode over Texas' proposal for a new congressional map. If it passed, the map would create 5 districts Trump carried by double digits in 2024 and help the GOP retain their House majority. It makes areas in the Rio Grande Valley redder, packs Democrat-controlled districts, making them bluer, and creates new Republican-leaning districts elsewhere. So, amidst all the freak out, let's take a look at some of the examples of Democrats gerrymandering. Let's head over to the wall. First up, let's take a look at Maryland. In 2016, Republicans won 37% of statewide votes for the U.S. House in Maryland, but they only got 1 out of 8 seats because of the way the congressional districts are drawn in Maryland. Maryland's not the only one. It also has occurred in California, in Illinois, and across the country. Let's show you exactly, though. Let's scoop in on Maryland, take a look exactly how they drew these districts. I think if you can, I don't know how tightly you can see this or come in on this, but you can see the 3rd congressional district in Maryland. I mean, it's got lines going every which way. All the way around Annapolis, it's shaped something like, I don't know how to describe that, like a serpent. Or the 4th congressional district, look at this, winding its way around, trying to get closer to Annapolis. That's the definition of gerrymandering, making geographically odd districts to get the voting base exactly how you want it. By the way, in 2022, it got struck down so bad, a court took the map and called it illegal. But this is Illinois. They're also guilty of gerrymandering. Their 2020 map, it drew Dems. It wiped away all 3 toss-up districts in the state and even threw out 1 solid Republican district, giving them almost a net of 4 new seats in Illinois. So why the freak out over the Texas map? Joining me now is Texas Public Policy Foundation Vice President Chuck DeVore. Chuck, it's great to see you. There's a lot of freak out because it's potentially the case that Republicans can pick up 5 seats in the House if Texas is successful in redrawing its map. But has Texas done something different than any of these other states?
No, Texas is not doing anything different at all. And in fact, other states have done mid-decade redistricting. You saw that in Pennsylvania in 2018. Look, this is all about politics. It's all about power. If you look at Texas today and what they propose, once Texas is done, if in fact this gets passed, and that's an open question, by the way, then Texas will still not quite be as gerrymandered as California. So even with all that effort, California still squeezes out more votes per seat than would the proposed Texas seats.
And help me quantify that. Something like 40% of the voting base in California actually is Republican, but some small percentage of House seats from California are Republican.
Yeah, it's about 18%. And what Governor Gavin Newsom is proposing to do is to overturn the will of the people. There is an quasi-independent redistricting commission that was put in place through a ballot initiative. And what he's proposing is to blow that up, to somehow challenge it. I really think it's just about his presidential campaign aspirations, by the way. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. But he wants to squeeze another 5 seats out of the current majority. The majority is 43 Democrat seats to 9 Republican seats. He wants to, I think, to take that down to 4.
I took a look at the Texas map, and I mean, it does, though, make some geographic sense.
Yeah.
The whole idea of gerrymandering or gerrymandering is that you draw, nonsensical lines to get the outcome that you want. And then once you get into urban areas, it's harder. It gets a little different. But if I took a look at California, I mean, what does that look like?
Yeah, so again, a good question. Usually with the bigger states, you have more real estate that you can work with. California, under the Independent Commission, does try to keep communities of interest together. And interestingly enough, the proposed Texas map would increase the number of majority-minority districts. It would increase the number of Hispanic majority districts, and it would create 2 black majority districts where today there are none.
Well, Chuck DeVore of the Texas Public Policy Foundation, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.